I feel really honoured to be recognised as a rising star in tech. You know, if you look at all the women that have been nominated and then shortlisted for the Women in Tech Excellence Awards across not only my award and also all the other awards, it's just a room full of amazing women that have, changed the landscape or are currently changing the landscape of tech for women. I'm really, really passionate about women in tech. I always have been. You know, I've worked as a STEM ambassador, coming up to kind of 10 years now since I was in university. Um, Specifically passionate about girls in tech and how that feeds into the women in tech landscape. So to have that recognition of the work I've been doing both in and out of Nasstar is just incredible. My career in tech isn't probably the usual start. I fell into tech. It wasn't something I ever chose. Um, so university, I did business mathematics. Didn't really know what I wanted to do in my career. And came across a grad scheme at the time, and it was one of the best ones for development. After completed the grad scheme, really enjoyed it. Off the back of that, I then moved into a service delivery role. In my current role, it's a bit of jack of all trades, work with all the practices, work with the sales teams, work with marketing, and just ensure that we're working towards a stronger partnership with Microsoft. We're co-selling with them and make sure that we're just being successful. So for me, I don't think there's been a pivotal moment. I think there has been a moment in time within Nasstar that has kind of elevated my visibility in this space. I have been a STEM ambassador for 10 years. I have been working in schools wherever I have lived. I've lived in a lot of different places in 11 years, worked with local schools, driven school initiatives in the companies that I've worked for. Always loved being a mentor, so I've mentored through quite a period of time with girls who are looking to get into not necessarily tech but STEM related fields. As my background, is mathematics. So if you were to pick a pivotal moment, it would be the work that we've done within the ARG. A lot of people along the way that have really inspired me, and I've had a lot of fabulous male colleagues, but some of the female colleagues that I've kind of seen, or the female leaders in the businesses that I've been in, have been, really inspirational. Because we do live in a world where sometimes, the women are expected that if you want a career and you want a family life, you have to do it all, and you've got to give something. And a lot of the leaders and the female colleagues of mine that have been able to juggle that lifestyle and have been really successful have given me some real, food for thought about how I want to do that when I start a family. And a lot of women that have been really inspirational and have given me a lot of advice and showcase ways that you can be successful at both. I've been really, really fortunate that I've been exposed to some of those women and those leaders. And, I'd like to think as I go through my career, I would be one of those women for someone coming up early in their career. There's lots and lots of advice I could give people, but when I actually think about one piece of advice, and it sounds so cliche, but be yourself, understand your skills, what you bring to the table, what are you good at. IT isn't coding in a room all the time. It isn't fixing physical laptops. There is more roles within IT, whether that is project management, whether that is relationship management, sales. There's a lot of different roles that you can excel in within the tech industry. And also understand that imposter syndrome's real. Everybody has it. It's known that the females in particular, really, really struggle with imposter syndrome, especially when you're in a room sometimes with, 10 men and you're the only woman in the room. I have been there on many occasions where you question yourself, but don't, whatever role you're in, you're there for a reason. Trust yourself, have faith in your ability, and believe in yourself. recently, Sally and I have both stood down as the Women in Tech ERG chairs. And the reason for that is we always agreed when we set the ERG up that between 18 and 24 months we would step down. That would be kind of the amount of time that we would do that, and allow other people who've got that passion to come in, bring in new ideas, bring in different changes. So we won't necessarily be leading the ERG anymore, but I'll continue to work with the ERG, drive those initiatives, do as much as I can around awareness, whether that's in local schools, whether that's on social media, events. I recently just applied to be a speaker at a couple of local groups. So there's the Women in Tech York group, which I'm hoping to speak at soon. And I want to get back into speaking at wider events and writing my blogs and just raising generally more awareness.